Namaskar. Today we are going to talk about this memory. What is memory? Memory is nothing but a recollection of our mind. Positive, neutral and negative happening. And that recollections and collection of your mind that has collected from the chittas, the ectoplasm. The two type of this memory, cerebral memory and extracerebral memory. Memory is memory which is the present. Extracerebral memory is for past. So I like to make it you clear in the mind how memory works, because memory is the important part of our mind. So we have a brain, and we have also the brain cells. So minds and brains also is very effectively works each other's, and there is science behind of the brain, because if you have a better device and you can receive better. So much role of the brain as well for recollecting the past understanding, incident and happening. So your ectoplasm in chitta means mind will receive and brain supports and giving the help to the brain to the recollecting the memory. So such type of this, for example, any color cause. Color is the black or red or white. Mind receives, but at the same time forget. So how you can memorize? So memory part is you have to be take the help from the mind. So who has a best memory in the world? The best memory is only Paramaparusha. He remind everything. Numbers of this point and object which I am receiving and forgetting. Being a spiritual aspirant, being a human mind and better mind, we have to understand about this memory part, because memory is the most important treasure for our life. If memory will not work, being a presence of mind, as a presence of mind which needs a reflections, you cannot timely do anything. Mind, a memory and mind give some support. So three components are there: brain and mind and memory. For example, we have a new mind, a new babies, born babies. They have a lot of mind in the previous life, lot of memory in the previous life. So how they can replicate or they can understand all those things? Baba is preparing the science here about the memory is concerned. There are three type of this mind, and they are recollecting subsequently, and as well as you could say sequentially, sequence manners. In sequence, they have been keeping all those memory counterpart. So mind think and memorize. Then keeping this memory stored in the mind, that is your memory store called crude mind. There are three types of the mind: crude mind, means conscious mind, and subconscious mind called subtle mind, and unconscious mind called causal mind. So anything's like awaken, we are in awake for state. This is the crude mind. And once you will go in sleep, this is the subtle mind. Subtle mind and causal mind has a combinations of understanding. So it is important to understand causal mind also, because causal mind has a lot of memories are there that's uncovered, untouched. So we have to think about how our minds works. So these are the three states of the mind: awaken, dream, and superconscious mind means causal states. So these are the states is very important part. If crude mind understand and then act, then mind will be work. Otherwise, the previous life, the reflection of the previous life, and you have a crude mind memories, and that reflect going on. The science is you will remember this memory again. That is the extra several memory. Your crude mind effect on the subtle mind effect on the causal mind. So this overcomes slowly gradually in the numbers of the life sequentially, sequentially they have been keeping as a layer, as a panoramic layer, as a colorful panorama is there. How you could remove the panorama and how you could know these panoramas and the sequenceful manner, understanding. This is the point. So we have to, Baba is saying, you have to overcome. Then you can be, your mind will be rest. Otherwise, you will be restless, because Baba is also preparing the two, three things. That time, after the newborn mind, the 5 year old child, they can remember the old mind, means crude mind. Their crude mind confuse the old brain, and old brain is not congenial environment to receive, accommodate this new mind, new brain, a new mind. So they take some time. Once they will advance the stages, then they will be reflect their mind, then forget everything. So here is the numbers of the life, hundreds of the lives, in the sequenceful manners, and all those crude memories, subtle memories are remained. So Baba is saying, if you want to do the sadhana in spiritual practice, certainly you have to forget. You try to forget this past memory and to be present memory to be created in your mind, new life, then you will be rest. Take the rest in your mind and do more sadhana. So try to encourage yourself for the new memory, a new mind, and by the din sadhana, just exhaust your sanskaras, and you will be healthy and happy in your life, and you able to do the meditation. Otherwise, they confuse your mind, and the brain also will not work. So try to understand the several memory and extra several memory. Several memory is the new mind and brain has been working. That's the recollections and supporting of the chittas, called mind, and the brain also. So two things have been working in the new mind and the brain, which is old brain and new mind. This is the confuse. So we have to slowly, gradually, you understand the new mind and new brain. So that's why Baba is saying, forget as much as you can. If you can also, if you will forget, then also remember sometime. So we have to forget and remember, but at the same time, we better to forget as much as then you can new sanskaras you can create, new memory you can create, and your crude mind become subtle mind become a causal mind. That causal mind has a reflection of understanding of the numbers of the life. Then if you are a spiritual sadhaka and that remains sadhana untouched, then this life you can fulfill the sadhana. So sadhana, this is the time, this memory and understanding, once you are reflecting is very concentrated way, then you can understand the spiritual life in past, spiritual life in the present, then you can utilize your time in better way, then establish in the dharma, establish in the spirituality. That utilization of the memory would be best in order to establish the spiritual life. So memory should be enhanced in order to Smriti, called Dhruva Smriti. We have to remember to the only Supreme, only Brahma, only everybody. So our crude mind also became a spiritual mind, causal mind, and subtle mind also became a causal mind, and causal mind itself is a causal mind. This is the science. So we have to encourage our the awaken mind and crude mind to become a more and more sadhana, more and more applied of the Brahmahood, and the second lesson, Guru Mantra, Dhruva Smriti means remembered always in Parama Purusha, then also subtle mind and always remembered Parama Purusha and the sleeping state and the causal and unconscious state as well. You become a causal mind and the state of spirituality, spiritual mind. So therefore, these are the understanding which Baba has given: several memory and extra several memory. Several memory is the new brain and mind. This is the citta recollections, and whatever the you are feeling, recollect, understanding. These are the memory, and that memory goes to the slowly, crude, subtle, and causal mind in direction. So we have to remember, we have to encourage the spiritual understanding with the memory. So we will memorize the Dhruva Smriti, that is called Supreme Memory. Namaskar. Thank you.